Hello and welcome to the Old Realms. This is a Warhammer mod for Bannerlord, and if you would like to check it out, there's going to be a link in the description as well as my mod list and load order and all that wonderful stuff. We're going to be playing as the vampire counts here. Bear in mind the textures and the models and so on and so forth to do with being a vampire are not loaded in character creation, but once you enter the game, they will be. So you don't have to worry about that. Anyway, we're just going to choose some random looking guy right here. Not going to spend too long on the character creation or anything like that. Just going to make him slightly a little bit taller, a little bit thinner, and there we go. All right, so wonderful new icons, by the way, and then a completely new skill tree over here in the form of discipline. You also have spellcraft, gunpowder, and faith. And each of these are obviously going to determine what kind of class you are, basically what kind of character you want to be. So for example, if you want to be a warrior priest, then faith is obviously going to be extremely important there. If you want to use guns, then gunpowder, and if you want to use spells, then of course spellcraft. So we're just going to be choosing some random stuff here. I'm not entirely sure what I'm really going to go for, to be honest, but I'm thinking we'll probably just go for something that actually provides me with some relatively decent benefits early on. For example, I'd like to be a necromancer's apprentice so that I can gain some spellcraft immediately. I'd also like to be vampiric nobility, as you see right there, so you can become a vampire by doing this. And as you can see, it also gives me a whole bunch of athletic skill. Obviously, if we just scroll through some of the other options here, you can see the various changes that my stats go through. If we are a novice necromancer, then we do get more spellcraft, but I want to be a vampire straight away, so that's why I'm doing that. Anyway, we're going to go for Bannerlord preset right there, and I'm actually going to keep Battle Death off, because birth and aging is also probably recommended to keep off in this mod, I think, because otherwise it would be on by default, in my opinion. Anyway, auto-allocate clan member perks, I'm perfectly happy for that, and otherwise we are good. And let's start the game as, well, we're just going to pick some random thing here. I'm just going to pick a rose. Yes, let's pick a rose. That sounds fun. Player land. All right, I'm going to call him Mondo. And we're going to call him Frickbart. Yes, there we go. Absolutely fantastic. Well, isn't that amazing name? Yes, absolutely. Anyway, here we go. We'll be a von Karstein vampire or a blood knight, but I'm happy to be the noble bloodline there, I guess. And we have successfully learned necromancy as well. And now, what's really amazing about this is this entire menu right here. And I'm not even just talking about this, I'm talking about this right here, which actually allows you to take a look at your spells, as well as your career menu. Known and feared by many names, vampires are the night's dark master. Nighly anyone, be they man or beast, holy or demonic, can face one and survive. All vampires strive to be the only masters of their own life, free from any obligations to religions or masters. This egomaniacal drive is what fuels them to greater and greater ambitions, so that one day they may be lord of all they observe. And we get a unique ability here in the form of mist form. The player transforms into fog, which is impossible to catch and can fly in every direction. The ability lasts 5 seconds, and the duration increases by 0.03 seconds for each point in athletics. Mist form can be deactivated at will by pressing attack. Now, what's really amazing about this, apart from the fact that we already have this ability, is the fact that you get a passive increase system dependent on your career points. So, for example, take a look at this. When we get a certain amount of career points in New Blood, we're going to be able to unlock this, which obviously requires Renown 2 and unlocks Dark Magic and so on. We can't take a look at any of these skills just yet because it's locked. And then once we reach Exalted and we need Renown 4, then we're going to be able to do even more. But look at this. You can literally put points into this and you're going to gain hit points, you're going to gain party size, you're going to gain health regeneration, immune to sunlight, speed, malice as well, and ability needs 20% less damage to get charged. Flying speed is increased by 20%. So obviously, when you're attacking in combat, you're going to be charging your ability. And after a certain amount of damage that you've dealt, then you're going to be able to use that ability. So very much leaning on the balance there. Very much enjoying the way that they've balanced that. And let's go. Let's see what we can do. All right, I'm going to have to be super careful here because there's a huge amount of enemies very close by. and we have to be cautious of those. We have 42 spaces actually, 42 spaces in our army, so I do need to be a bit wary of that. I'm also going to be speccing into more spellcraft here because I want my winds of magic, aka my mana, to restore itself very, very fast. So if we can do that, then that's going to be great. Anyway, I'm just going to try to avoid getting absolutely murdered by these bandits, please. Oh no, this is not going to work out so well. All right, I'm going to have to give these guys some money to let me go. That is not really going to work out too well. But I can only hope that there's a maybe there's a tournament. No, there is no tournament going on here, unfortunately. Yeah, that is a bit of a sad thing, isn't it? Anyway, there is a graveyard. The graveyard, you can perform dark rituals, necromancy, and so on to be able to summon some zombies, skeletons, and the like. And you can actually do that if you want to. But you do have the chance of the Night Watch finding you and attacking you, because obviously it's illegal to do that. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit problematic. This fellow, however, is a white king, and it might be pretty cool for us to get him to join us. Oh, he's 15,000. All right, well, he's not going to join us. But look at how amazing the scenes are. Earlier, when I started up the game, I was literally thinking to myself, wow, this is absolutely insane, because I went into a tournament, and let me tell you, the tournaments are incredible. They are designed so incredibly wonderfully, and I just cannot praise them enough for the amount of conversion that they have actually done. It's not just, you know, some mods just go, and I'm not talking about Bannerlord mods only here, I'm talking about just generally. Whenever there is a mod that claims to be total conversion or whatever, and then they don't change all the scenes or whatever, I mean, I understand that that's a huge amount of work and everything, and I'm not criticizing them in any way. I'm just saying that in general, it is very, very cool to see that a lot of the scenes have been replaced with custom work, and I cannot imagine how much effort has actually been put into this. It's really, really incredible. Anyway, there is a Regiment of Renown available here. Obviously, you're going to need to be tier 3 or above to be able to do that. Unfortunately, there are no more troops to recruit here either. I will be making my way out of here. We probably want to fight some Chaos Cultists relatively soon. Empire Deserters. I mean, I want to fight the Chaos Cultists, but the problem is I don't think I have... I don't have enough mana to be able to do that. I basically want to... Oh, my maximum is actually 17. Oh, right. Okay, I actually wanted more than that. Oh, dear. Okay, I'm actually not entirely sure. Let me see. How do I increase my maximum? Maximum Winds of Magic. Okay, so basically I just need to increase my spellcraft to be able to increase my overall maximum mana. So that's going to be extremely useful and very, very important. All right, so this guy needs me. I'm not entirely sure. Why do I need to go into the village to speak to this guy? Well, whatever the case, I am going to take this task because this is a super, super easy task, or it should be. But you know me, sometimes it's sometimes it might not work out as I intend. So, you know, might not work out too well. All right, so it's not that far away, but we might have some issues getting there if we get stopped. Hello there, sirs. I'm going to have a look at the troop trees real fast. I love all these custom icons as well, by the way. I love all that. Okay, so wait a second. These guys are outlaws. All right, so let's actually just take a look and see what kinds of stats they have. They are just terrible. I mean, the outlaw captain is actually a lot better than anticipated, but everyone else is not looking particularly amazing. So what do you say we go in here? Alright, so the problem is right now I have seen that the enemy actually has a very significant amount of power. Oh wow, magic bolt. Okay, that was not particularly good, was it? I did not realize that it was going to cast immediately. Alright, good to know. Good to know. Okay, let me just try to cast this. Boom, there we go. We did some damage. Didn't do that much, unfortunately. I will summon some of my undead. I'm actually not entirely sure how many undead. Oh, loads! I actually summoned a huge amount. I summoned a huge amount of them. I didn't even realize. That's amazing. Okay, that's really, really good. Okay, that means that I can actually completely rely on summoning my skeletons in battles, and I don't actually have to worry about my own troops being... Oh, wow, that guy got beheaded. Are you serious? Wow. Okay. Very cool. Alright, so yeah, anyway, that means that I can be a little bit more, shall we say, a little bit more reckless. I can rescue these skeletons. That's hilarious. Okay, that's actually really, really cool. Okay, I am super, super impressed with what they've been able to do so far, and I actually kind of want to use this scythe, to be honest. Do I want to use this scythe? Yeah, I kind of do. I mean, the aesthetic is kind of cool, but the problem with it for me right now is the fact that it might not do enough damage, or might not have enough length to be useful on horseback. That's the main issue there. Anyway, we were able to achieve victory, surprisingly enough, because we did actually have a disadvantage against them. So yeah, that's actually quite quite a wonderful thing. Oh wow, there's a lot of bandits. Let's just say that there's a lot of bandits. That's actually pretty good. You know, if you want to farm experience and stuff like that, that's actually pretty amazing. But obviously, from an alternative perspective, it may very well be a nightmare, because you're going to get attacked by all kinds of things if you are on the weaker side. So that might very well be a bit of a problem. But thankfully, we were able to make it over here. And there's also a college magister here. So these guys are obviously going to give you the opportunity to learn magic from them, I assume, right? Yeah. As you can see, look at this. Do you sell any scrolls? And he does. Look at this. Look at how many scrolls he sells here. Huge amounts. And these all give experience in something, as you see. I'm not entirely sure what they actually give experience for. Does it? Yeah, there we go. It actually tells you. So that's actually super nice. This book provides 5,000 spellcraft skill experience. Whoa, okay. I really wish I had the ability to get that. Oh, I have some really good... Oh, how did I get this horse armor? Okay, beats me, but yeah, anyway, apart from this, we can actually learn additional spells. As you can see, we are currently gated by the amount of money that we have at the moment. So the best thing that we can do is actually learn some ways to make money. And the best way to do that, well, I don't even know, but there's a huge amount of different laws available here. So you can see there's law of life, law of beasts, heavens, light, and fire. And I don't think I'm going to be able to learn any of those at the moment, if at all. It may very well be that I can only learn the darker magics, but we're going to have a look, okay? We're going to have a look, because I need to get reacquainted with the mod as well, because it's been a while since I have played it. Anyway, what we're going to do is I'm very quickly just going to go into the trade screen here. We're just going to sell everything that I have. Wow, that's really not going to give me a huge amount, is it? Yeah, that is pretty terrible. Let's join the tournament. I have 100% HP. A pilum is going to be the reward for this. That's not looking particularly good. Oh well, never mind. Ah, yes, and we do have to wait a little bit of time for the shaders to compile. I already ran the shader thing on the main menu, by the way. That took a long time. So if you're going to play the mod as well, just be prepared that it's going to take upwards of an hour. If your PC is an absolute beast, then it will probably take shorter time. But for mine, it took about an hour and a half, maybe more than that. And obviously, it very much depends on your CPU and your RAM and all that wonderful stuff. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna wait here, and I'll see you in the tournament in just a moment. All right, so here we go. Finally, we're in. It took me about 5 minutes. No, not too bad. And yeah, you're gonna get to see. Unfortunately, it doesn't look. Okay, so here's the thing. This particular tournament does not look as impressive as the one in the vampire towns, but hopefully we're going to be able to get into one of those later, because that's where everything just absolutely blew me away, because it is adorned with skulls and glowing things everywhere, and it's super dark and it looks amazing. It really, really does. This, on the other hand, obviously it looks like an empire town, as you might expect, and yeah, that's a crash. Alright, so unfortunately I had to wait another half an hour to get the shaders, well, not the shaders, but just generally to load up, because as soon as you get into the game, it doesn't allow you to go through to the main menu until you are done with loading. So that is a little bit of an issue, gotta say. Bit of an issue, because especially if it crashes, then you're gonna have to wait that time, or at least I had to wait that time. Maybe you don't, maybe you won't have to, but I certainly did. And that was a bit of a problem for me, but that's fine, because we're now back, and I am very, very interested to see how we do. Hopefully, oh no, my forces are actually, oh no, my forces are actually dying. This is terrible. Okay, let me actually summon my skeletons, summon a couple more of these guys. Let me actually get my magic bolt. Let's fire it at them. There we go, boom. Killed a bunch of my own skeletons in the process, unfortunately, but that's just how it's going to have to be for now. And hopefully I'm going to be able to deal enough damage here to win. Because that's the thing, we don't have a huge amount of magic power, of course. And there we have it. Okay, whew. That was a bit close, I gotta say. That was a bit close. Anyway, this was basically the same party that we fought before. Because of course, you know, I kind of have to do the same battle, but as you can see, it went dramatically differently than the last time. Really, really crazy how much change it can actually have to just do a little bit worse. You know what I mean? Like, if you do a little bit differently, like if you change what you do in that particular moment, then you're going to have some issues. Anyway, I'm going to go over to Castle Drakenhof here. Maybe we can work out something, sir. There you go. Let me just... Yeah, there are so many bandits. It's very, very difficult to move around here unless you have a significant amount of people. And obviously, if you have a lot of people, then you're going to have to pay them money. Because of course you do. And it is going to be a bit difficult to make it work. But yeah, it is obviously working for me right now with 800 gold. That's actually really nice. And maybe I can actually recruit. No, I can't recruit any more people. Ah, that's so sad. Okay, so let me see if I can maybe... Oh, wow. Okay, that's a... Okay, nope. I'm gonna have to pay these guys to leave me alone, unfortunately. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, there are so many people that want to fight me, and I can't get away from them. So that's also really bad. I have a herding problem. Why do I have a herd? Oh, yeah, because I am carrying a bunch of hogs. That's the reason why I have a herding problem at the moment. So I'm gonna just have to rush for it, I suppose, and not stop to do any tournaments or anything like that, just in case it does end up crashing again. So that's the point. We're gonna have to just give these people money, which is really sad, actually, because I definitely didn't want to do that. But yeah, kind of have to at this point. Okay, what's actually going on here? Oh, did it crash again? Oh, it has actually crashed again. Okay. That's gonna be it for this episode, unfortunately. I don't have enough time to wait another half an hour to continue recording this. I would have loved to have played more because this is looking absolutely fantastic, but the way it is right now, it is crashing too much. I'm gonna try and fix it, so maybe there'll be a second episode. I'm not entirely sure, but I will try to fix it and see what's going on. Because I am playing with a couple of other mods, but I don't think they're actually making any difference whatsoever. But I'm going to try without those mods, and when I have more time, I'll record the second episode, and we'll see how that goes. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.